Once hailed as Hollywood's ultimate muscle icon, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was the epitome of strength. With billions in earnings and a reputation as the Natty King, he ruled both the wrestling world and the box office. But today, he finds himself at the center of an unprecedented storm of scandals, and his image has taken a devastating blow. From Joe Rogan publicly exposing his alleged 20-year steroid use to investigations reopening into his controversial Maui wildfire charity fund, it seems the cracks in The Rock's flawless persona are widening. Followers are disappearing by the millions, multi-million-dollar deals are slipping through his fingers, and social media is overflowing with criticism, mockery, and disbelief. There's no way he's clean, many are saying, and it's hard to ignore. At 50, The Rock's physique is so massive, so different from what it once was, that it's difficult to believe he's stayed natural all these years. This drastic shift seems impossible, especially considering his once untouchable empire. At his peak, Dwayne Johnson had amassed over 400 million Instagram followers, earned an estimated $800 million fortune, and built a film career that generated more than $10 billion in global box office revenue. The Rock was the world's highest-paid actor, gracing Forbes' lists with earnings surpassing $120 million in a single year. But now, all of that seems like a distant memory. From being a global hero with the people's support to being labeled a liar, The Rock's fall from grace has been swift and brutal. But why? How did the man once celebrated as the ultimate symbol of hard work and integrity become the subject of such scorn? And where did it all go wrong? Before his Hollywood reign, Dwayne Johnson was electrifying the world of WWE wrestling, where his iconic catchphrase, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" became a part of pop culture history. His transition from the wrestling ring to blockbuster movies was seamless. Films like Jumanji, Fast and Furious, and Moana generated billions, and with it, his superstardom only grew. On Instagram, The Rock dominated the platform with over 400 million followers. Each post seemed to go viral, inspiring millions with his work ethic, discipline, and never-quit attitude. In the ring, he secured over 10 world championships, earning a spot as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But behind the glitz and glamour, there was something more. The Rock became a symbol of strength, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. He shared his grueling workout routines, his meticulous meal plans, and a lifestyle that emphasized going all in on everything you do. His message was clear: hard work pays off. The persona he crafted over the years wasn't just part of the PR machine. It was a fortress built on trust. Millions looked up to him as the perfect example of dedication, perseverance, and success. But as is often the case, even the strongest of facades can crumble when the foundation isn't as solid as it seems, and it all started to fall apart when cracks began appearing in that very image. In September 2025, at the Venice Film Festival, Dwayne Johnson arrived to promote The Smashing Machine. But the conversation quickly shifted from his new role to his shocking physical transformation. The massive muscles that had become his trademark seemed to have vanished almost overnight, leaving fans and critics alike wondering, was something more going on? The speculation hit like a lightning bolt, especially with steroid rumors swirling. On one side, The Rock vehemently denied the allegations, insisting his physique was all natural. On the other, a growing coalition of fitness experts, including figures like Greg Doucette, Joe Rogan, and American Thor, began to dig deeper into the truth. One key piece of evidence that fueled the fire was a study from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research. It revealed that steroid users could gain up to 13 pounds of muscle in just 100 days, while natural lifters only gained about 5 pounds in the same time. The difference, they argued, was recovery, protein synthesis, and training efficiency, advantages steroids gave that no natural body could replicate. This led to accusations that The Rock's decades-long massive physique exceeded natural limits, sparking more questions than answers. Do you think he's natural? Greg Doucette bluntly asked, suggesting that The Rock's drastic change wasn't simply the result of age or role preparation. He pointed out the absurdity of losing 50-60 pounds of muscle in such a short time. Rogan echoed these sentiments, mocking the idea that The Rock could achieve such a body naturally. "That's impossible," he declared. The critics had a point. Something just didn't add up, And so the intense scrutiny continued. The Rock finally addressed the accusations, attributing his weight loss to his role as Mark Kerr, a gritty MMA fighter. But his explanation seemed to ring hollow to many. Was this really just an artistic decision for the role, or was there a deeper truth he was hiding? Greg Doucette didn't buy it, responding with sarcasm. Did he really need to lose 60 pounds of muscle to play a steroid-pumped fighter? He was quick to suggest that the rapid muscle loss wasn't due to role preparation. It was more likely a sign that The Rock had stopped using steroids altogether. Joe Rogan, along with other critics, didn't let up. They questioned why The Rock had never released blood test results to prove his claims. The idea that someone could go from a muscular physique to a withered one in such a short period, they argued, just didn't make sense, especially if that someone had been in top shape for decades. As the criticism mounted, Dwayne Johnson didn't stay silent for long. He insisted that his physical transformation was simply a matter of health and a conscious decision to slim down for the role. But even as he defended himself, the cracks in his once-perfect image only grew wider. Adding fuel to the fire was the controversy surrounding the Maui People's Fund. After the wildfires devastated the island in 2023, The Rock and Oprah Winfrey launched a charity, pledging millions to help. But the public backlash came quickly. It wasn't just the optics of billionaires asking everyday people to donate, it was the complete lack of transparency around how the funds were being used. What was once seen as an act of kindness now felt like a PR move, a way to shift the responsibility from the wealthy to those struggling the most. People were enraged by the hypocrisy and insensitivity, and the damage to The Rock's reputation deepened. In the end, these scandals paint a larger picture about the world of celebrity and the complex relationship between wealth, fame, and public responsibility. When you've spent decades building an image of strength, discipline, and generosity, it can all come crashing down when that image is revealed to be less than real. So what can we learn from The Rock's fall from grace? Trust, once broken, is hard to rebuild. And in today's world, transparency, more than muscles, more than wealth, is what truly sustains credibility. Whether it's revealing the truth about his steroid use or explaining the Maui Fund's operations, The Rock's failure to come clean has led to a fractured legacy. The public doesn't expect perfection from their idols, but they do expect honesty. And in a world where image is everything, a fabricated persona can only hold up for so long before the truth comes crashing through.